Welcome to the CFG Gamecast episode number 3, a weekly podcast created by gamers and streamers alike to discuss the latest gaming topics from the previous week. I am Davis Green with CFG Games, and with me are a group of fellow gamers. I have Sesh Evans, huge gamer and awesome Twitch streamer, aka, what's it called? What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, aka, the backup, I can't even get it. Whatever. I screwed it up. How you doing, Sesh?
Doing pretty good. Pretty good. I feel befuddled, whatever. Discombobulated is the word.
Oh, you're telling me, man. I'm just someone that I can't even figure out what I was going to say, which totally screwed me over. Oh, don't worry.
I think you pulled me down to that, too. Well, I am.
Yes, I totally pulled you down and getting you ready for it. Nice. And, so, what have you been up to? Been playing anything differently? Anything new recently?
Not playing anything differently recently, but I've been doing a lot of catch up for a different podcast that I am getting ready to air. Ooh, I don't want to advertise too much on this one for that one, but yes, I've been doing a lot of catch up with a particular it's not TV kind of series.
Ooh,
to get into that. And so that's been really, really fun, too. And we've been going back and forth on our edits and fun little bits for YouTube postings. And I've actually been making a lot of materials for it as well. Like lots of like really just awful doodles. And that's a lot of fun.
You know what? Whatever rocks your boat.
Exactly. So that's been the majority of the free time has been going to that recently, rather than as much streaming as I would normally like.
Oh, that's cool. Then when you do stream, where can people see you at?
Ooh, they could find me on Twitch. I haven't jumped any platforms just yet, and I stream under the name Review Sesh.
Perfect. And I have the leader of the itty bitty Smitty committee. I got Smitty as the third seat. What up, man?
What up, man?
Yeah.
How you doing, brother?
Doing good, man. Doing good. Yeah, so
yes.
What have you been up to? You've been playing. I know you've been on playing that cracked Division 2 the past 2 weeks.
Absolutely. I'm just getting raid ready. We're getting raid ready. We still need more people in our clan, though. Clan MVP, holla at your boy. We've got plenty of room. We only have 3 right now, so we haven't opened it up to where we can start doing the challenges and get the stuff for the clan. So we need to get you in there.
Well, hey, if you level me up, I'll be more than happy to join because
absolutely.
Yeah, I've been literally the past 3 days been like an army of one. I've just been doing the missions and stuff on my own. All right, and Smitty, where can people check your stuff at, your content at on Twitch?
I am Smitty2447 on Twitch, also Smitty2447 on all the socials. You can check me out there.
Sweet deal. And as always, you can also check CFG Games out on our Twitch as well, CFG Games. I am playing Sekiro, and it's really making me pissed. It's making me really pissed off real easily. So, so you can definitely check the craziness on that as well. What were you going to say, Smitty?
I was gonna say, I hear it's like I've heard nothing. I heard it's like basically Dark Souls, but
dude, like
it's just brutal.
Okay,
people love being pissed at games.
First off,
best way.
First off, like you cannot compare this game to Dark Souls because like I won't say
not comparison in that sense. I mean it is not forgiving. If you make a mistake, you are going to pay for it.
Yeah, like I think the biggest thing that's really the most annoying is Dark Souls at least gives you a chance to get your gear back if you die. You can't, like you technically do in this one too, but like it's not. But you can't just go to where you died last and pick up your stuff. Instead, you just have a percentile chance to get that's completely automated that they'll give you your stuff that you dropped when you died the first time. So like, so it's crazy, and it's like there's no like blocking and parrying is so imperative in this game. It's ridiculous. Like even the mini boss, it took me an hour to kill the stupid ogre. It took because of the one hit kill it does. It got me so many times. So I was like getting annoyed. I was getting really, really annoyed. But anyways, digressing. If you want to check my annoyances out, go check CFG Games out. But let's get down to business. Each of us chooses a new topic of discussion within video games of the week. The topic could be about a specific game or something about something that happened in the gaming industry, what have you. We will discuss it. If you like the discussions, you can give us a follow on Podbean and even email us a topic. We may choose your topic on our next episode. You can either email your topic at the CFG at confreaksandgeeks.com or tweet us at the Comic Freak, and we'll cross our fingers and see if we can get you in. So we get maybe a fourth topic. So anyways, I know Smitty did it first. Says she did it second, so it's only fair for me to go first this time around. So my topic was about PlayStation itself. Recently this week, PlayStation decided to do something interesting, something really interesting to me. You know how you can go to the store, you can, don't know if you ever did this, but have you ever bought like a digital copy at Best Buy or at GameStop or at a physical location?
No.
You never did?
Long time ago, maybe. I'm even struggling to figure out what it would have been.
Yeah, it's kind of a weird way of doing it. It's like, why would I go to a digital store when I could just go on my system and just do the digital? Yeah. And you know what's funny? And the only reason why I say that I would ever do this is because a digital copy like that could be, you can send it to you can actually send it to someone, like, because you can't gift it on PlayStation Network or anything like that.
Right.
Yeah. Because if you get it online, it's only going to be on your account. You can't give it to someone else. So that's the only time I've ever done it. But yeah. But anyways, so it looks like that's going to be scrapped from now on. So apparently Sony is cutting ties with physical retailers completely to sell physical or digital copies of their games on at the physical retailer shop. So the only things that will be allowed are DLC content, maybe currencies and stuff like that. But games as a whole, you will not be able to do it. The last game that you'll be able to do it on is going to be Days Gone next month, because it's too late. It's well over too late for it to be stopped. Right. So I was just wondering, why would they do that? You know, because Microsoft themselves, Microsoft themselves specifically says to themselves, and Nintendo, you're able to do this with no problems, but why would Sony specifically decide to say, hey, I'm done, we're done, you won't be able to get this done? I mean, what do y'all think, or if y'all even care about this?
I've never done that, like bought a physical or bought a digital copy in store. To me, I won't have a personal, or it won't personally affect me. Mm-hmm. However, just from what I'm hearing though, it really sounds like Sony has a direction that they're going in, and they are going in it. We don't see the bigger picture. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So some of these things, it's like, why would you do that? You know, I think there's stuff on the horizon, and they're setting up for that future stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I totally agree with that, but the problem I have is that, the setup I can see, I definitely understand, but is it the only thing I can see the reason why they're wanting to do this is that they don't want to give physical locations any sale. Well, it actually, come to think of it, do they even? I don't think they get a big cut out of it anyways.
Right. It's like, what's the cut on that? You know what I mean? Like, does Sony get paid to be able for retailers, or do retailers have to pay Sony them to get those games in, or I don't know what that process is.
Yeah, that's a very interesting idea, because Sony would be manufacturing the materials to sell the digital. Mm-hmm. I mean, maybe it's just that they just don't want to pay for it. Maybe it's just not profitable. Maybe there's just not enough people doing it. But I think it is useful. Like, there are definitely friends I have where, they're downsizing, like they're buying digital copies, they're trying to get everything on iTunes, and they just don't want to have things on their shelves, like they want space. And I could see that, being a gift for someone, like that's a better way for a lot of people to give them a video game gift. But
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
you know what?
A lot of
Yeah, it's very interesting. It's a very interesting move to me. But to answer your other question on how the cuts work is like, because I used to work retail for GameStop back in the day, and also I used to actually work a little bit at their corporate headquarters. But from what I've gathered, is I'm a man of mystery right there. Yes,
I like it.
Yes. So basically, what it works is like it works basically like how a movie theater works. You know, like how when a theater gets a movie, they don't get their money from the theater, from the movie itself. They get their money from the concessions and stuff. It's the same way for gaming. So gaming, they only get like maybe 2% out of whatever their cut is from that. And then their main goal is to actually get accessories or stuff that's built a part of it, or like, you know, the extended warranties and stuff like that to get a bigger cut out of that. So I don't think it works that way for digital, because digital technically is still, there's like GameStop. The way digital works for GameStop is that they have a hub. Like, that GameStop has made. Like, so if you bought, let's say, Resident Evil 2 digital copy through their digital services, you don't get Resident Evil 2 directly to Sony. You have to go to GameStop's hub. The hub will say, okay, you gave us the key for Resident Evil, and then they'll pull it from Sony themselves directly and then go into their hub, and that's where you download it at, which is really weird. It's like a weird middleman kind of thing. So so maybe that's probably
that reminds me of the Epic, because I got the Division 2 on the stupid Epic Games launcher, but it's through Uplay. Yeah. So it's like, why did I get it on Epic? Why do not, you know?
Yeah. Well, you know what's funny though, but then again, and what's even weirder with that is like, for Uplay and Epic, that doesn't make sense. It's weird. If Uplay, they get the bigger cut. From what I've gathered, Epic's cut is 80-20. So Epic gets a bigger cut out of the sale through Uplay or whatever. I don't know how any of that works, but it's very, very odd that this is the way it's going. But like I was kind of gathering that it was kind of, maybe it's like you were saying, that Sony's building is building for something higher. Like maybe this is the beginning steps of slowly, you know, unifying it to their own systems to kind of force digital sales to be more of a more prevalent thing than having physical copies. You know.
Yeah, so. Maybe they see that like I mean, there's a lot of people like, oh, GameStop's going out of business. They're on their way out. It's all going to be digital. Like, I still see the use in buying, you know, used games. The trade-in market. Like, I know, and like a lot of the companies actually, I think it was Sony was one of the big ones that were very, very much against that whole idea.
Yes. Yep.
So that this might be like a weird like side effect from that. Like they just want to start cutting ties. I wonder if in the future they're just going to not have physical copies. And it's just going to be, we're all digital now.
I feel like there's,
they're working towards that.
Oh, they're definitely working towards it. And I think it's working faster every year, you know, gets closer and closer to that point. But it kind of sucks because to me personally, like that's why I have such a big issue with Stadia and stuff like that. It's like I don't want to feel like I'm leasing the game, you know. I just like like I really want to have a physical copy to say, hey, internet went down, or the internet overlords has basically shut us down. We can't go online anymore. If I wanted to play a game, I'll still have it readily available, or whatnot, you know. So. I don't know. Maybe it's just the old-fashioned me. So since I'm an old fart now, but I mean, but overall, I found that very, very fascinating that they would decide to do something like that. And then, but the other ones are like Nintendo. Nintendo doesn't even care. Nintendo's like, here you go.
I think Nintendo is all about the trinkets and the extra things and the add-ons, and they're all about that. If it's even a little,
they are profiting from cardboard boxes.
They are really, they are literally profiting from cardboard boxes.
It's a collectible. It's Nintendo.
They are literally. You're totally right. You know, like did you hear about that Nintendo Labo VR or whatever they're calling it? You should see. Yeah, you need to go take a picture. You need to go online, take a look at how that thing makes you look, and you'll be like, "Yes, I have full respect for myself when I wear this." Yes. So you want do yourself a favor to ever do that, and then you'll be like, "Oh my gosh, what are they doing?" So.
Oh my gosh, dude. What?
Are you watching?
Come on.
Are you seeing?
I absolutely went and looked. What the hell is this? What is that?
It's a collectible. They're all collectibles.
They cost $80, by the way.
Yes.
It's like
what? Like what?
That's a deal.
Yes, and people are gonna buy it. And people are buying it.
Yes, it's so weird.
Crazy.
It is so weird. It's literally cardboard, and it's like $80. It's so ridiculous. It's so funny to me that's what they found a way to profit off of cardboard. It's amazing.
Nintendo has found their market in the hipster niche.
Gosh.
They really have. They really have.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
So
Incredible.
Okay, so there we go. So we'll see how it goes. If there's any kind of updates, I'll definitely let y'all know, or if y'all even care about it. But still, it's like we'll let y'all know. Okay, so let's go with Smitty on the topic now.
All right. So kind of off the Stadia thing. I know this past week Apple had their keynote speech and they unveiled some things and stuff. Again, every time I'm seeing these, it's becoming just less and less. It's not fun. It's just like, I mean, really, it's people going there, jerking off, blah, clapping, and this. It's like they're not announcing, they're not doing anything innovative. Sorry, let me get to the point.
Are you talking about not innovative towards Apple standards, or just in general? I think in general.
I think in just the things that they're announcing, the changes that they're making to the phones, the Apple TV Plus, which is going to be a service. A big thing about it was about that and all the stars that they had on. They got original shows that they're doing and stuff like that on there. So I was like, that's interesting, but there was nothing on there that I saw that I was just like, oh, I have to jump into their service when they launch it, when it comes out. Right. But I could be wrong. I wouldn't really pay that much attention to the shows. But they also announced Apple Arcade, which is it's coming this fall. And they did it in typical Apple fashion. I mean, it looks great. It looks awesome, but it's like, again, and maybe this is where I just don't know. I don't know, because for me, I'm not a big mobile gamer. I don't like, I'll mess around with some games, something easy on the phone, but like I've tried doing like games on there, and that's like I don't like the experience. But I don't know. They're saying that over 100 groundbreaking new games, some Apple talk about innovative storytelling, and they use all those hot buzzwords.
Apple words.
Yeah, exactly.
Teraflops.
So let me give you a little bit of teraflops.
So many teraflops. They're gonna beat the PCs at teraflops.
So it says all you can play, one subscription, no ads, no in-app purchases. You could jump from your iPhone to your iPad. This is from apple.com, directly from their website. Jump from iPhone to iPad, Mac, and Apple TV. Play offline, anytime, anywhere. Access for up to 6 family members, and then committed to privacy. So they'll keep your shit private.
Wait, did they say Apple TV too? So like you could actually play this on your television as well?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, and I don't know how that'll work exactly, because I haven't, as far as what would you use as a controller then? Are you still using your phone or your iPad, or, are you just having to use a remote? There's got to be some sort of controller, right?
They do it where, you can use like Apple remote and like just turn your phone into a remote. Like, shit, I lost that stupid tiny little remote, and you can literally just use the app on your phone to control the TV.
But like, what about the controller? Like a controller itself for the games? Is that what you're referring to, or is that what?
Yeah, like if you were casting or had it on your TV, what would you use? the TV remote? Would that be your controller, or would there be, are they going to come out like some sort of, I don't know, auxiliary remote or something like that you can use just for gaming?
Well, I wonder how much into gaming space it gets too, as well, because like when you're mobile on your iPad or your phone, like it's all touchscreen. Like it's gonna have to be like touchscreen stuff. So I'm wondering like how much into like controller gaming versus like mobile gaming it will be. But like the idea of like playing on anything, multiple accounts and then playing bigger screens and transferring from one to the other, and then also like offline too is like mobile gaming is like super huge. Like I've like barely like tapped into it at all myself.
It is, right?
But here's
it's like a whole nother gaming
but that's
industry.
like I knew it too, and I was just like, I don't know, man. Like maybe it's just the old man in me that I can't get on board with it, but I know people are doing it.
Well, for me, this is how I've always kind of felt like, and it's kind of funny that I actually feel optimistic about this, but like, oddly enough, depending if they do it right, because, the thing that the real big key thing that kind of gets me, that really got me on this is the fact that there's no freemium game. So any game that's free to play, is not going to be a part of this. So that means that games are legitimately a game is going to be acceptable, is going to be inside this format. And I'm with you, Smitty. I am not a mobile gamer because I do not like the feel of it, and I don't like it's just a whole bunch of crud before you find good nuggets to find it. Like it's like but the bigger thing is that if you're going to remove the freemium models, which is a gigantic amount of stuff like that. But like if they legitimately put in games like let's say Final Fantasy VI or something randomly because they have the Final Fantasy VI remake on that model or Super Mario Brothers Run or whatever it's called, like games like that, it is very possible that it may actually have a good threshold of or a good longevity of life there, but they have to do it right. Is the biggest problem, is going to be the biggest thing. It's like they can't be especially I'm assuming this is going to be a monthly service. There's no way that they're not going to charge for this, but non-monthly because So I mean, it's very interesting. It's very questionable on why they're wanting to do this. Like why they decided to go, okay, we're going to go with mobile gaming though. So
yeah, no, it was interesting. And I think maybe because that was a market that they saw no one was going hard on. There's all the, the games with the in-ad or the in-game stuff and whatnot. Let's come out with a legit like gaming, service or that you can use. And just looking at these games, man, like, I mean, it's kind of getting me a little hyped on some, like, I'm looking at it, I'm just like, look, dude, like, this could be pretty legit. Yeah. This could be pretty legit. Sonic Racing, I don't know. I mean, I entered a construct.
I could see a market for it because, like, there's always been like the PC versus Windows versus Mac, and like, oh my gosh, the gaming jokes, because Mac's just not. It's just not the same. It's just not the same.
Have you played
that? Able to customize your computer and just all of that is just like not the same. But like, there's not really been that kind of like the fanboyism in like mobile gaming. It's not like, oh, this iPhone game's better than that Pixel game, and I've never heard spurters or anything of that.
It's because there's so much crap. There's so much crap in the iOS field.
It's true. It's true. It's true. Like people have to, like, the games are very simple too, and so that opens the doors to like more like indie developers and indie, like, just people that are very greedy that just want to like copy other games and that kind of stuff too. But like that would be very interesting for them to actually like take everything to like a higher standard level and to actually give people something to like fan over, like fanboy fangirl over, like that's kind of like an untapped.
The biggest thing that really annoys me about when it comes to that kind of stuff is like how many versions of Bejeweled have you seen in like iOS? Like, I mean, like, seriously,
my gosh.
like you see regular.
I can't even look in there anymore, dude.
Exactly. It's just like you have so many versions of the same game that just they just throw a skin. And what's worse is that they just say like it's sponsored, like, oh hey, let's play the Family Guy game on iOS. It's freaking Bejeweled. It's like, it's just with what's it called, like that's the thing that you need to veer away, because the games are maybe are actually good is dug in, like it's like you have a pile of crap up on the top. Then you have to dig miles and miles in that platform just to get some of the good stuff. And it's like,
yeah, I hear you. Like, I've never wanted to like dive in there. It's like the black market of gaming. Like,
oh, no
really
one
weird.
does. That's why I don't take it. That's why I don't take it seriously. I mean, like, and that's why I feel like if Apple,
because there are legitimately really great, fun, addicting games out there. It's just they got so many bad clones.
Yeah, but that's the same kind of thing. That's the same kind of problem that Steam kind of has, though. Because like there's a crap load of good games on Steam, but the problem is that there's so, like, to get that one good game, it's like you have to find, like, you legitimately have to dig in with Steam. I mean, like, my website, shameless plug, conferencinggeeks.com. Yeah, if like our website we get chances to play games and stuff. We try to review games that people will probably not like to like, that may not see it in their own, but it's going to be, it's probably 10 times worse in an iOS. If this Apple games works the way I hope it works, it could, they could legitimately do something to kind of change that narrative of gaming on that system and or on that platform, because I'll be like, oh, okay, cool. So there's going to be a game that's actually story driven, or here's a party game that was built specifically for your phone, for the phone's eyes, and there you go. Here you go. It's right here. You don't have to find like the 75 layers of Bejeweled hell just to get to it.
Yeah, I think there's like a few layers to it, which I think is actually, it could be potentially very smart of Apple, like, to take advantage of. Like, one, like those games like on Steam, like those games are competing with all the mainstream games, all the big games, all the heavy processor powered games. Like, it's so on the phones, like, it's automatically, everything's like, there's a cap limit on like how like powerful these little games could be, and like the type of game too, because like there's mobile games like I don't want to play as much because I'm not, mobile as much as like when I really feel like gaming, compared to like when I'm like at my TV or desktop. So I've always been a little bit less on like all kinds of mobile games. Yeah. And that's because of the type of games like I like to play. Like, I'm not just playing the really addicting, like fun little time passers, like even like a Tetris. Like I'm playing like the story games. Like I want to get to it. But like with them having it, so like you could maybe go to the TV. Well, in that way, yeah, like I would. Like in a weird way, it's kind of like what Nintendo's kind of been able to tap in on finally.
No, right? So definitely. Well, Nintendo found ways to sell cardboard to people for $80. So we can see who's the geniuses there. But no, I mean, we'll see. We'll definitely see how that. Well, that goes. Is there a date on when Apple games?
It just said fall.
Fall.
Sometime this fall. I imagine it'll probably be October-ish. That's usually when like they come out with the phones.
Well, it's all got to come out before Black Friday, guys, because that's when I got to sell everything.
Right, absolutely.
They're probably tired of the age-long joke of, "Hey, have you played the Apple's newest game, Oregon Trails?" or something like that. So they're probably tired of hearing that.
I just hope something like this actually upgrades, like the marketplace for mobile games, because it's like there's just it's too much crap. Like I don't want to go looking for the gems. Like I just want the crap to not make it.
That's why. Hey, that's why I'm being really optimistic. Like I really think there is something there to do it. And well, I won't do it, but like I think it would be healthy for like a platform that will be able to filter the crap and actually show the good shining gems on the iOS platform, because like Lord knows it needs it, because there's too many free to play games. There's way too many of those, and then there's way too many of those card based, like the Fate M's and all these different kinds of card games that that gives you a daily allowance, and then just say, okay, for so and so you could break the limit. There's so much of that, and then and they're games that are made purposely with no ending, just to feed off of money, that's the worst.
I don't disapprove of that totally, but I think just like the quality of games, like the App Store doesn't care, because like if your game kind of sucks, but you're going to pay for some advertising, there you go.
I'm sorry, Smee, what were you going to say?
Shit. I was going to say, it's kind of like the same as like with casinos and gaming, you know what I mean? They get you playing, and then it's almost like you become addicted. Dude, my girlfriend plays, I don't even know what it is, dude, but like just on random times, she has these little games on her phone that she'll play, and there's like no end to them. You know what I mean? Like, I've gotten sucked into a couple of those, and I was like, what am I doing? I was like, I gotta stop. That's when I said I'm not gonna keep games on my phone anymore, because this is so unproductive. You know what I mean? Like, I'm a terrible person. I can't control it. And, they get me. That's why it's like, I have to protect myself from myself. And that's why I can't have games on my phone.
I think there's a whole nother market out there too, and it's funny because it's been made fun of a little bit, but I want like the idea to be a little bit more out there. Like, both my parents like play the games, like they play like the I don't even know what the game's actually called. I just call it Bubbles, and it's literally like the exact same game that, oh my gosh, why Jerry was playing in Rick and Morty. He's literally just bubbles. You're just like popping bubbles and getting points, and but like I'm like really happy and proud of them for playing. And anytime I see someone playing it that's like not a conventional gamer, because like they're still getting that stimulation and all those good positive things that you get from video games.
Yeah.
So even like this, it's like, I haven't saved space in this game. Like, I don't care, like, you know, like, or whatever, you know, game preferences you have for the goals for the games that you play. But like, other people, like, I really do see like the merit in other people enjoying like those types of games.
No, there is a place. No, you're totally right about, and you're totally right about that. There is a place for it, but I don't agree on payment walls. Like they built it so they can just for microtransactions. I don't agree on that, and I especially don't agree on it, like, because you, like, a person can easily spend like a lot of money, especially if it's a child that gets into it. Like, that's
with like no self-restraint.
Yeah, that's no self-restraint, or they don't even know, or they don't know the value of the dollar, you know, like to do it. Like, they're just playing on their mom's phone and stuff. And I mean, I'm sure they've heard this story multiple times, you know. I've never.
It's like, what can you do? Like, that's a tough one too, because it's like I do see these games needing to be able to like have man, we're going into like the freedom.
A whole different thing,
A whole other, we're deep diving into that.
Yeah, so no, you're totally right. But but that's
I'll
good.
stop myself short. I'll show some self-restraint.
Smitty, that's a really good topic. No, but here's a question for you before we close that one off. Like, would this platform would you at least give it a chance to see how it is, or are you actually, you know, interested in seeing what it can offer you, or are you still not interested in playing like a iOS based phone game?
I think this could possibly, you know, again, I need to get the full details as to what they're saying, especially with the aspect of it being able to be done on Apple TV and whatnot. It reminds me of like a Switch, where you can take it mobily, or you can connect it, you know, to a bigger TV, and I love it. You know, so again, I'm always rooting for new ideas and stuff like that. It's like I'm not completely sold on it, but again, I want it to be successful, and for, you know, because keep moving things forward, keep progressing within that realm as well. So yeah, I hope it is successful. And some of the games, they kind of, you know, I'm like, oh yeah, that looks all right. I would give it a shot. You know what I mean? So, you know, I'm definitely going to be keeping my eye on it. And, you know, especially once they start talking about the price point or whatever packages they come up with, you know, that's going to be a big seller for me. And then the titles. The titles that they're having, you know, they're going to be, you know, the titles are going to be proprietary to Apple. So I don't know that they're coming out anywhere else.
Are they exclusive? You know what I mean? Oh, they're exclusive Apple games? Yeah,
not proprietary, exclusive. I think they're going to be exclusive.
Oh, okay.
Games. Yeah. So, I mean, again, there's just more details I need, but they've piqued my interest.
Okay, that's good to know. Well, I mean, like you said, it's something that you're not normally into, so it's cool that something like this is going to get you into maybe trying something new, you know? So that's always a cool thing. All right. Okay, Sesh, you are up at bat. What is your topic?
So, to segue real nice from the older people playing games, I don't know if you have heard of this elderly woman. She's 82 years old. She's a grandmother, and she absolutely loves Skyrim. This was a Kotaku article recently. Her name is Shirley Curry. She's 82. She plays Skyrim. She has videos. She has almost 500,000 subscribers on there.
Holy
and
crap.
She's just been, like she's like, I mean, as legit as like any of us could kind of hope to be. And she's loved this game for years, and like, all the iterations of it, Morrowind, like all of that. And she's just been playing in such she's a fangirl of it. She really has been. Like, she just loves to see the scenery and like getting into it and the stories and all of it. And so she's like a real fan of this game series. And it was announced just at this PAX that's still happening per recording for Elder Scrolls 6 that they have captured her likeness, and she's going to actually be in that game.
Oh, wow.
That is awesome.
I thought that was just such a cute, fun story. Like, just to be such a fan of a series like that, and then to be able to actually like get like this immortal part in a segment of the series, like that's so fun. Like, that's just fantastic for her. And like she had like she was close to like 500,000 subscribers, but like from when I read the article and the number of how many she had to then when I went and subscribed to her YouTube page, like she went up 40,000.
Holy crap.
So like it's so fun. Like I love that. Like,
awesome.
the numbers jumped up that much. So I thought it was just like a really nice, sweet little story. And like there's like it's all kinds of people out there that like video games and different ways to find success. I thought that was a really fun, unique one, and really sweet of them to do too, like the team at Skyrim. Like, that's just such a, like they love their game and they love their fans if they're going to do something like that. Like, that's not pandering. That's fun. That's something special for her. Like, there's a little clip of like an interview when she meets like one of them, and she's just like, I can't even believe you invited me here. And they're like, we can't believe you're here. Like, it's just really cute. It was just a nice little uplifting. I read a bunch of other things, but that one was my favorite this week.
I like that one. I've heard of her. I think I saw some video a long time ago of her playing Skyrim. So like, all she does is play the Elder Scrolls, right? She doesn't play anything else, right?
In the interview, she mentioned like a few of the other games too. So I think I don't know how deep she's gotten into some of them, but like Skyrim's definitely her favorite. It's just Shirley Curry. Like, that's awesome. Cute little old lady. I'm gonna start watching her videos, like just from the little clips I saw in the article. It was really pleasant. I love that idea. I want that to be me. I want to be in video games because I've been playing them and a fan for so long. That'd be sick.
Well, let's just kind of change the pan, because I know, first off, that is pretty awesome. I would have to say that especially if they acknowledged her, the devs acknowledged her, and then they were putting her. Now, is she going to be an NPC or is she going to be like a playable character? That'd be awesome.
She's going to be an NPC, but they don't know what yet. Like, they don't know if she's going to be like a grizzled warrior or like this like wise sage. Like, they don't know yet, but they could go either way with it.
Would be cool that she also voice acts herself too in the game. That would be pretty nice.
I hope they do. They didn't mention that, but I really hope they do.
Oh man, that'd be awesome. Well, like, here's a little bit of here's a question for you. So, if let's say that you are 80 something years old now, like, what would you say that like you would want to get yourself idolized? Well, like, what game would best describe the game you've been playing that they should idolize you in?
Oh man, like, See, it might just because I'm in the headspace, but it probably would have to be like a Resident Evil franchise.
They'll be like, oh, look at Sesh, like Sesh is like the new tyrant.
I would kill zombies. I would. Like, I would absolutely. I'd be like some random killing the zombies, and then I'm out of there. Like, okay. That would be me.
Man, okay, yeah. Smitty, for some reason, I just know that yours would have to be something Ubisoft with the Division or something.
No, actually, Jeff Kaplan, if you're listening, put me in Overwatch.
Ooh.
I belong there.
Oh, dude,
I would love to be in Overwatch.
See, I was really close to saying something sci-fi. Like, I love like Mass Effect, so I was really, really close to that. But like in my head, I'm like, well, like that already has like its own iconic stuff, and it's its own trilogy. Resident Evil is all over the damn place.
Yeah.
And as much as I love Mass Effect, like Resident Evil had a little bit more importance. Like I think I've already touched on it since like I'm playing the remake right now, and like the remake is of the 98 PlayStation game, which was like my first like one player, like single player, not a Nintendo game with my brother, basically, like that I actually loved. So it's Resident Evil's got a special place.
There you go.
Yep.
Smitty, I already have an idea. Like your backstory would be like the father of Lucio or something like that. I was gonna be like
the owner of the cereal company for the Lucio.
Yeah.
It's like the backstory of Lucio. It's like, do you want to know how he lost his legs?
It was a cereal factory accident.
Why?
Family business.
Yeah,
why don't you know?
I know, that's exactly. That would be amazing if they did that. I'll be like, oh my god, you're told. Yeah, that would be perfect.
If you're listening, Jeff Kaplan, we can make this happen.
Make it happen. That's what that needs to happen. You're totally right. There's like backstory of Lucio. I know you're all about lore and stories, so there you go.
Dude, I want to see you in one of their comics.
That would be
awesome.
Oh, jeez. Let's see. Well, my game, I would say, oh man, I'm like all over the place. I think, would it be fighting? I don't think it would be a fighting game anymore. A fighting game as much anymore.
We would totally be doing Mortal Kombat in the future. Like it's going to be death arenas all over the place.
Oh, that would be nice if it was. I would say it would have to be Final Fantasy. I would think I would be an NPC in Final Fantasy as well, though. I do
Final Fantasy.
I played a lot of Final Fantasies throughout I think I played every Final Fantasy. So I think it would have to be Final Fantasy.
You played every Final Fantasy?
Yeah, I played every single one. Including
that is a lot.
Yeah, including Mystic Quest, the one that came out on the Super Nintendo back in the days. Then the Game Boy versions, and also the
wow.
I was a hardcore Final Fantasy fan for a long period of time. And now I feel like it's a chore. Like now it's like I feel obligated to play one. Like
you can't stop now. You're too deep.
I'm too deep. Exactly. Cause man, I hated 13. I wasn't a big fan of 13 and 15 was all right. But yeah, I mean, the only one I really haven't played was 14, the second coming of 14. I played the first one. I just said no to the second one. But, yeah, I think I would be. I think that would have to be I would think I would be a good NPC character to be how the whole story of Sid or Wedge and Biggs, they're in every Final Fantasy. So, yeah. So you see somewhere you'll see Shaft somewhere. It's there he is. There he is. In Final Fantasy X, I'd be probably one of the Albed teams, the one that was doing Sphere Ball or whatever it's called. Oh man, yeah. So that probably would be
pretty fun.
Yes, yeah.
There's some fun in NPCs. I'm ruminating back to Resident Evil 4. What's you selling? I'm oh man, that's it. I want to be that NPC.
I got a great deal for you, stranger.
I want to be a merchant. Oh my god, if I was a merchant NPC like that, they would love it.
I love that. It's
much.
What are you buying? What are you selling?
I love it so much. Who is this creepy dude? And why does he have anything? Why is he here? It brought up so many questions, but I was so okay with it.
I liked it every time you bought something, he's like, thank you. It's just what the?
I know. Where is he going to spend the money? There's literally zombies everywhere. Is he one of them? Is he just an elite? What is this?
He reminds me, yeah. He's a guy that likes to see the world burn, but he doesn't want to be the guy that causes it to burn. you know?
He's helping it not burn. He's helping our protagonist. It's pretty great, but he's not really helping. He's just here, have some ammo. Bye.
Yeah. So there you go. So yeah, that'd be pretty cool, Sue. So there you go. We got the Overwatch lore with Smitty already. Smitty, that pretty much writes itself. You do know that, right?
Yeah, I know it.
Who do we know that makes comics? Can we just make this happen?
Oh yeah, I know, right? We'll make our own Overwatch fanfic comic of Smitty.
Submit it.
That's just what's going to end up happening. Then we send it over to Activision. It's like, hey, we got a story for you. It's like, oh, okay, cool. I was like, hey, let's do that. So Satch is going to be Resident Evil, and I'm going to be Final Fantasy. But that's pretty. See, that'd be pretty cool, though. Yeah, but we got some massive gaming to do to catch up to that kind of person's class. Well, we got another 40 or 50 years to catch up with her, though. So
yeah. I mean, it's definitely maybe a little bit more, but yeah, like that's. I thought it was just so fun. Like, I mean, obviously, like as an elderly woman playing the games, like she like stands out like that. But I like that's out there, that it shows more people it's possible, and it's like. You know, you think about when you're older too, and it's like, well, you know, we grew up with the game, so it's easier to picture that we'll still be playing them. But at the same time, like, yeah, I still want to be playing some games when I'm older.
Yeah, that's the kind of stories we need occasionally. That's where it comes down to. All right, so that was good. So definitely good topics here. But now we have a little bit of extra time. So actually, let's do the thing we were talking about before the show, which was like there was something small I wanted to pick y'all's minds in here. So did you hear about the two different Nintendo's going to be releasing two different versions of Switches, like Nintendo Switches this year?
I heard nothing about it till you said it.
Yeah. Come on.
Where did you hear this? What is this from?
Let me see if I can get my source here real quick. There we go. I find it. I've heard of a site called The Onion. I'm just kidding. It's like, okay, but let's see. Okay, so it was here we go. There's multiple ones, but let's go with this one. This one was from I'm reading this one directly from Screen Rant. Nintendo Switch 2 is already going to release in 2019. So basically, I mean, it's been 2 years when the Switches come out. So you know how it usually goes with the console systems. They find either easier or cheaper ways to build it to make it so it'd be more accessible and stuff. So this time they're saying Nintendo Switch could release as early at the second version could release as early as summer 2019, according to recent reports. And it's a complete and with it there's no information about it, not yet, because Nintendo hasn't officially announced anything that's coming out on it yet. So hopefully from what I'm gathering, it could possibly be more portable, because like maybe one that doesn't come with a docking bay. Or maybe one that
like that. That's what I was thinking, like kind of like an inbuilt, like much slimmer docking bay. Because usually it's like no docking bay game system, or like it like just stands up on like its own, and it doesn't need like the whole thing. But like,
or no docking bay at all, because it doesn't connect. Yeah. It doesn't connect to television at all. Just the unit itself. And then
they can do that too.
Yeah, because some people like playing it portably, but they never use the docking bay. And the docking bay alone costs $80. So like so that could that really could
because usually like, most systems will do like like the release, and then 2 years later like the slim version that's like bigger and better, and then the price dropped for the original, and then you have something like that. But like even just like on the Switch, it's like slim.
I don't know how many slimmer it can get with this one. This one's actually pretty. I mean, do you have a Switch?
It's really slim.
Yeah, it's pretty slim already as it is. What about you, Smitty? Do you have one?
I do as well. Yeah. I don't know. I don't think I'd need it slimmer. Like that shit, like is scary, man. Like I want to drop it.
Oh yeah,
it's already like such a smart design too. Like with the handles coming off and like each one being able to be a controller. Like I remember just seeing that in a coffee shop randomly. Like I didn't even like dive into it. I'm like, oh, Nintendo, cool, I'll buy it. Like whatever. Like I didn't like super research it. So like I was surprised to see it in a coffee shop and people playing with each controller's side as an entire controller. I was like, I didn't know you could do that. That's really cool. Like it's just already like, such a good design. I really wonder what they're gonna do.
I have gorilla hands, so like when I have to use one side of the controller, it's like it's too big.
I have like little hands. Like I have problems like on PC whenever like I have to use like the control for like the duck. It's like so far and awkward. Like PlayStation is that's my favorite. Like PlayStation, GameCube, perfect controllers. Get that Xbox. fanboyism out of here with the big hands, so it's reasonable that you like it if you have big hands. Not from me.
Well, the one thing I ate was the Duke, and that one was just that was ridiculous. No. So like, I think that so that's gonna be coming in the midsummer. I don't know if I would be willing. Someone asked if I would I buy it, and I'm like, I don't really buy systems anymore. I did buy one. I bought one system recently. Because it's a special edition that I don't think I would find anywhere else, and but like other than that, like I don't think I would just want to buy it because it's the second gen of the Switch, because the Switch works for me right now. There's no reason for me to upgrade.
Right,
exactly.
For me, yeah. So, but other than that, it's been so we'll see in the near future, or hopefully see. I want to see what it comes with. If it's something that says, oh, this thing will do 1080p, that's probably the only thing that would probably make me want to get it. Would be that, because it does, everything else is, I think it only goes up to 720 No, it does do 1080 if it's docked. But if they do 1080,
I'm wondering if there's any functional difference. Like that stuff, I kind of expect there to be some upgrades. But man, I wonder if there's anything. I'm like super racking my brain. Like, what do they do?
Something with that internal memory is terrible.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, if they increase the internal memory, that's a really good point. So
yeah.
That would be nice, yeah.
But see, I don't know if it's worth me to say yes. I want to spend more money on that Nintendo system, because like I don't play a lot of.
No, I would not.
Yeah, I mean, So like, it would be nice to have, but it wouldn't be something to say. Yeah, I need to get a new console for it. It's like
right.
So it's hard to say. So we'll see.
Well,
okay.
I mean, even if they just make it cheaper so more people could buy it, that's always cool too.
Yep.
Yeah, well, definitely, especially with the Xbox One standalone digital edition or whatever that's coming out. The one that's the discless one. Is that gonna have a CD tray?
Oh,
yeah,
interesting.
I did not hear about that.
Man, really?
Dude, I don't Xbox, man. That's
same.
I'm not an Xbox fan either. But, so Xbox One is going to be releasing a version of the Xbox One S that's going to not have a disc tray. So all of the games that you're going to get on it is going to be digital. So so that would probably drop the price down quite a bit to hopefully to like $100 to $150, and but then you can only buy digital games or just buy the Xbox One Game Pass. It's by default it's $299 right now. $299,
Trees are not that expensive though.
But it's already too late. I mean, the game
I guess,
system's coming out. I mean, the next gen system may be announced very soon, so there's no reason for it. And I like the fact that the acronym now for Xbox One S, this digital version, is now going to say it's going to be called the Xbox SAD. Xbox One SAD. It's like it's so weird that they would decide to do that. It's like, because Xbox One it used to be the Xbox One S, and now they're saying the active digital. It's active digital at the end of it. So now, it's going to be A and D.
A lot of people give Nintendo crap for some of their game console names and that kind of stuff. But man, Xbox's names have been bad. It's an Xbox. It's, oh my god, just all of it. It's all dumb. Everything they've named is really dumb.
It's
like
so
GameCube, that's cute, but here it's an Xbox instead of a cube. Like, fuckers.
So
like,
we live in
stupid.
We currently live in a world where Nintendo is selling cardboard to people for $80, and that's being overshadowed by Xbox One SAD right now. So just food for thought right there.
Cardboard, not dumb at all.
Yeah.
SAD, so stupid.
Yeah, so stupid. Yes, I know, right? But anyways, wow, that was a good discussion this week. Very nice. But so folks, thanks for watching or listening to us once again. And as before, if you want to join in on our discussions, definitely send an email to the CFG at confreaksandgeeks.com, or give us a tweet about what you want us to discuss, or what your thoughts or your opinions are on the discussion that you do post here at the Comic Freak, and then maybe we'll choose you to come in, and we'll do a whole discussion with your topic. So, Smitty, thank you so much for stopping by. Sesh, it's always a pleasure. Yes, and we'll definitely see you next time on CFG Gamecast. y'all have a great day. There you go.
Or evening.
Yes, there we go. Not time stamping it that way. Y'all
have a great now.
Have a great now. Okay, great. Y'all take it easy.
Near future.
Yeah.